people, and welcome to another edition of yours truly, Josiah Willis. Here they with another, I give you my full-fledged top 10 hip-hop album reviews of the year 2021 as we are moving into 2022. Happy New Year, you guys. So yes, I am planning to release this on, a certain day, maybe January 1st, maybe January 2nd, but you'll know ahead of time. Until then, let's get to it. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a quick favor, and that is to like, comment, subscribe, and views. Put your minds out there. The link of these, well, won't be no links. Just be a review. And just my takes as to what grabbed me the most over the greatest hip-hop albums released in 2021. But without further ado, let's go right here and get towards the honorable mentions. And no songs will be played for them. However, what I will do for the ranked albums that I've done, I will play you at least one song, about a minute or 2 minutes, for each. And then I'll give you my reasons as to why they're being placed as far as their numbers. So yes. Anyways, let's go with the honorable mentions. And this time there won't be no numbers. I'm going to just go right here and name them. Starting with, at number 10, we have my guy, Russ, Chump 2. Now, some people could argue that this album may well, in fact, be the album of the year, okay? It was some heavy spitting rap. Russ brought some of the greatest hip-hop artists that ever do it. Legendary, like Papoose, The Game, Styles P, Jadakiss, Snoop Dogg, Big Crit, Ghostface Killer, Saha the Prince, to name a few. You know what I'm saying? All alongside with the modern artists like, West Side. Then you got Jay Elect. Then you got Conway, Lloyd Banks, Mozzie. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. And Russ did his thing throughout this album. He's very confident that this album is for sure his album of the year for 2021. But I think it's one of the best projects coming out, rather than just saying it is my pick for album of the year. So that's why it's being labeled an album mention, because it came a little bit later. But hey, sometimes it won't have to be something to do with it coming out later that I'll pick it to be, not on my top 10 list. But Russ is on here as an album mention. At number 9, we have Wale, Folarin 2. Oh yeah, by the way, Russ's album came out December 8th. So yeah, my bad. Last year. Next we have Wale's Folarin 2, released on October 22nd this year. If you want to check out Wale's Folarin 2, I would recommend listening to Poke It Out with Cole. I like that record. Some people don't like it, but I like it. New Balances are hard. Tiffany Nikes have by far, I think, the hardest beat. Caramel. If you want some heavy spin with him and Ross, listen to Light Years. One of the most underrated songs is Dearly Beloved. I would say Down South. And let's go with Fluctuate, for sure. Oh, and by the way, if you want to check out Russ, listen to Bucket Hat Low, Faith, Salute, Note to Self, I would say Blue Chip with Ransom, and most certainly Between Distance or Get It. Whatever is your boat, check those songs out. So I forgot to mention it with Russ, but happens, man. Real time. All right, next we have on number 8, Young Thug's Punk. October 15th, 2021 was when it was released. I gave him a bad rap earlier this year. Bro, I keep saying earlier this year, but it's 2022. I keep forgetting. Last year in 2021, when I did my celebrating my 300 videos, I gave him a bad rap by saying he's not a great rapper, or he can't be considered to be in my top 10 list of greatest rappers. And I kind of had to retract that statement because at my case, I'm so biased to lyricism and whatever have you. And if you got bars, you got to have bars. But Young Thug really surprised me this year, to which I regret ever saying what I said last year. But with Punk, Young Thug showed a lot of versatility. His introspectiveness got a whole lot, deeper. I started to resonate with him a little bit, on Die Slow. I think songs like Contagious is really just, profound. If you like songs with him giving you some of that bop of, want to have fun with Young Thug, listen to Stress featuring him and J. Cole and T. Shine. Rich Homie. I catch myself right there. Rich Homie featuring Juice WRLD. Rich Homie stuff. Okay, Bubbly with him and Drake and Travis. Dropping Jewels is a track that I really, really like. I enjoy that song so much. And you got Hit the Game, you got Day Before with him and the late Mac Miller. So check out Punk. Good album. I enjoyed it. For Lauren 2, like I said, same thing with that. As the reason why it's number 9 is because as great as it was to showcase that Wale's legacy wasn't going to be questioned, it didn't do a strong enough effort to really pull me in to rank it as my top 10. But it was very close. It was very close, I will say. All right. At number 7, we have Loot. Dreamville's Loot. J. Cole's artist from, North Carolina. I think Charlotte. Dropped his sophomore album this year after a long, gap of not putting out some music for about a minute for himself since, I want to say, last year. And then the year before that. But we have Goldmouth. Goldmouth. Released on my brother's birthday, October 4th, 2021. I enjoyed this album, man. It was a really good project. It's an album mentioned only because I think it doesn't get enough love as it should, but it's not a bad project. It's a fairly solid project. I think the people will just simply call it good, And if you are a lyricist first guy, you would definitely go in and say, oh, it's a really good album. So where we at right now? Okay. At number 6, D Smokes, War and Wonders. Released on September 24th, 2021. You got tracks like Dirty Mercedes, Shame on You, where he's spazzing and showing up his flow. Find My Way with him and BJ Chicago Kick and Toby and the Wigway. I love Road Rage, Common Sense featuring Sir, Stay True with John Legend. Let's go with Sleepwalking too. Yeah, D Smoke really showed a lot of versatility, and as much as people complain about, oh, he's the Compton rapper that is similar to Kendrick Lamar, but we don't really know who he is. It's like another step to get in towards the right direction if you listen to this album and check out for what he can offer so far. But it wasn't strong enough to rank itself amongst my top 10. Unlike last year, because I really enjoyed Black Habit so much so that I really had to put it in my top 10 for myself personally before I even put it in a public view, where I'm doing right now. All right. Number 5, we have Lil Sims. You know what I'm saying? UK rapper Lil Sims, my girl. Sometimes I might be introvert, which is actually an acronym for calling her Simbi. I think that's one of her nicknames too. So yeah, Simbi she put out a really dope album this year. That it was tough for me to not put in my top 10. I should put my top 10 so bad, but there's been some really good projects coming out this year that I said, not quite yet. Sorry, you guys. But great album. Talks about her childhood, her parents. She expresses, woman empowerment, and she's also keeping it at the roots of what hip hop should be, and that is just rap. You know what I'm saying? Show off that you care about the craft, and I think Lil Sims is one of those artists that in time will get her just due, if not right now. All right. Next, at what number are we at? 1, 2, 5. Number 4, Drizzy Drake's Certified Lover Boy, which I will say, by far a bad album cover. I'm not gonna say it's the worst. I did in fact call it the worst at one point, but I retracted it. And I said, you know what? Not a good album cover. However, a fairly solid project. You know, I know a lot of people were mixed about the album. Drake did this too much. He did that too much. I don't like when he sings. I don't like when Drake raps. He sounds corny. He does this. He has ghostwriters. So all these accusations about Drake, and he addressed all of that on Scorpion. Somewhat, slightly on Scorpion. But in spite of it, what we cannot take away from Drake is that this man stays consistent, dropping music each and every single year. So props to Drake. And respect to him for wanting to reconcile his relationship with Kanye. And, you know, he told Cole that he is great, you know what I'm saying, inspired of what Cole said on Heaven's EP. He loves, you know, artists at the end of the day, and Drake is a musician. He's an artist, a producer. He knows how to do what he got to do. And what I like about him the most is he's a big strategist when it comes to doing, you know, his work. Yeah. But to say that, I enjoyed a lot of this album, like Champagne Poetry. Let's go with Fair Trade with Travis. TSU, Pipe Down, Yebba's Heartbreak, Night Talk, 7 a.m. on Bridal Path, Fountains with Tim's, You Only Live Twice with him and Wayne and Rick Ross, man, talk about spazzing and just rapping at his best. So yeah, that will make my cut for number 4. At number 3, we have Westside Gunn's Hitler Wears Hermes 8. Sincerely Adolf, alongside with the side A and side B of this album, because I enjoyed it so much that I had to listen to them back to back. And it's Griselda, you know what I'm saying, on that street gritty rhyme, just filled influence, but also they know how to retell, you know, funny stories. And Westside is just hilarious when it comes to his punches, just the way he says certain things, and you know, he's kind of like a rapper's rapper, but he doesn't do too much rapping to say enough. You know what I mean? Or say a lot and be like, oh, he got bars like crazy. But great project, you know what I'm saying, for what he did this year. Came out August 27th of 2021. Alrighty. Next, we got my guy, IDK. You See For Yourself. This is number 2. I believe it's number 2 or number 3. Number 2 or number 3? Hold on, you guys. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, we got that for number 2 with IDK's. You See For Yourself. It follows up his debut album, Is He Real? I enjoyed it. He talks about a lot of different things that IDK was going through, and you know, he puts his stance on religion a lot throughout the album. He's having fun with it, knows how to vibe, and shade his skin a little bit with artists that he collab here, like Young Thug. You got Offset, you got Westside, MF Doom, and Jay Leg. You got Lucky Day, you got Sir, you got T-Pain, and then you know, and then you even got artists from back in the golden era of hip hop, like Slick Rick. You know what I mean? You know, delivering such a crazy verse. I mean, not a crazy verse, but a good verse. You know what I'm saying? A solid, you know, round for IDK to come out. So let's just hope that his bags gets a whole lot more where we get more of who he is. I think IDK is getting there in some regard, but once he taps into the storytelling on his part a little bit more, I think he'll be on my ranking for next time or this year. All right. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, to go right here and pull off the honorable mentions till we get to where I will tell you the rank albums. We will start off with DJ Khaled's as number 1 for the honorable mention of Khaled. I know you're going to say, why DJ Khaled? His album wasn't that good. Blah, 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 blah. Because in spite of what people may, you know, criticize about DJ Khaled, he brought out the moments this year. If we didn't have this album, we wouldn't get Lil Baby Spaz on Every Chance That I Get. We wouldn't get Kari spazzing and doing her thing and getting her stuff off on Big Paper. We wouldn't get that crazy hook by her on We Going Crazy. And on top of that, you got 2 songs by Drake that some people like, some people do not like, but also everybody can share their opinions on Popstar and Grease, respectively. Not to mention, I enjoyed, where's the record? Sorry Not Sorry, man. Sorry Not Sorry, the best record on this album, with Jay-Z and Nas, man. Come on, man. Sorry Not Sorry. You cannot knock this album without that song at all. Even if you didn't like half or the first half. Still a dope project by DJ Khaled, and that's why it is my honorable mention, because at the end of the day, it had moments to where each and every artist stands out, and DJ Khaled does that all the time. He does not get enough credit. However, them rank amongst my top 10, and we are about ready to transition now. So that was DJ Khaled's Khaled, released on April 30th. By the way, IGK was released on July 9th, 2021 for you see for yourself. Okay, no one messing up this time. Here we go. I know it sounds boring sometimes. Let me go and drink some water. Okay, here we go, you guys. We are going to get to my top 10 list. Are you ready? Alrighty. So give me a second. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, you guys, you ready? All right. At number 10 for my top 10 hip-hop albums of the year, drumroll please. Benny the Butcher at number 10, and Harry Fraud's The Plugs I Met Part 2. Let me play y'all a record from that album, and then we'll get to talking about why it's placed right there. Let me see what song could I play from here. Okay, let's play this one. And only 2 minutes, you guys, so it shouldn't be that long. Ready? Okay, here we go. Benny the Butcher and Harry Fraud's Live By It. It's one of my favorite records on this album. It's a hard song, just talking about the street life, and if you choose to live by it, you gotta die by it at the end of the day. It's cliche, but hey, it's real.
The butcher coming, nigga. I know you got your gun on you, nigga. Fuck you gonna do with that, though? Guns don't make you safe, but I'm strapped with mine. It's about awareness and your reaction time. I gave hammers to little niggas who not responsible for them. The power of having a gun, a big obstacle for them. In every hood in the country, yeah, and cans flaring. The street niggas won't outlive their grandparents. What the fuck you supposed to do when it's hate that they got for you? And you easy to trace cause your face recognizable, huh? I kept it straight, being fake was never honorable. We different cause running around with snakes never bothered you. Talk that tough shit, you never see me jacking it. This heat clapping make street savages peace advocates. I'm on the west coast with a bitch that's East African. I used to take a 9 out of brick and repackage it. OGs put us on and we cherished it. Now all my young niggas shoot us like Pete Maravich. You shot up a crowd and thought you was gangster, but hit a kid cause killers don't go to shooting ranges. You know my neighborhood was super dangerous. A record deal would get you lit, but a robbery would make you super famous. These new niggas just stop and pull it, traded in his innocence for a box of bullets. If it's work in the house, it belongs to the trapper, and guns on tour buses always belong to the rapper. My little man ride around strapped, hunting for a op he can catch. Live by it, you die by it. Knowing if you don't kill him, he coming back, but he said he good cause he gon' handle that. Live by it, you die by it. Kept mine on me wherever I was at. Heard some niggas had some money on my hat. Live by it, you die
got bited.
2, 2, 3s, K's, and Max. You send a shooter here, I send him back. Look, I get the drop on a nigga and come from the hoes first. We follow the load first, that's what you call homework. See the dope gonna lead you to the stash spot. When you see that padlock, you know it's a jackpot. Listen, for a minute, robbery was my new profession. Pop up at your crib dressed like UPS man. Show me where the money at and get your neck slit.
All right, you guys. So that is Benny the Butcher's Live By It, you know what I'm saying, and Harry Fraud's, sorry, Benny the Butcher and Harry Fraud's Live By It from the album, The Pleasant Met 2. So yeah, man, check out that project whenever I get a chance because, hey, the Buffalo artist himself from Griselda came in and he went hard, you know what I'm saying, you know, the great project he put out with Birdie and Proof, you know, Hit Boy doing his thing on that album was crazy, production-wise and everything. But if you like straight, gritty, aggressive rap tracks that also can teach you something about how you know, balance out your ways from being what you were back then to where you are now, look no further than listen to Benny the Butcher. That's what I will say. Okay, so reason why this is on my top 10. By the way, it was released on March 19th this year, 2021, sorry. 2021, okay. Remember that, sorry, remember that. I think this album came around, you know, early to where I could, you know, give it a certain placement, but I think up until this point, I wasn't hearing anything really that good until this. And I think this was the first step in the direction of what I would go on to appreciate about hip-hop in the long run. But Benny put out such a good project that was like, oh, man, he probably give a lot of people a run for his money. And I thought that was the first step to where I was going to get to from there. But it didn't do enough for me to go ahead and put it as my number one. However, Benny the Butcher can rap. He can spit with the best of them. And there's no shame in what he did. He already did like, what, 2, 3 projects this year? I mean, 2021, last year. He did 3 projects. And was still murdering the game. You know what I mean? And it's all right. So I just hope that come this year, in 2022, we get another album by him where it's a whole lot, even more memorable than what he did with Harry Fraud. Not Harry Fraud at all. Great job. I'm just saying we gotta kind of like ease things a little bit over and move into a different direction where it's being met with further critical acclaim. All right, if that makes sense. So let's see, what can we go for number 9? Oh yeah, I already know my number 9, I'm tripping. Let's see, I'm actually kind of thinking about this because I already got a place, but I don't know. Let's see. Okay, at number 9, for my top 10 hip-hop albums of the year, Kenny Mason's Angelic Hood Rat Supercut. The original Angelic Hood Rat Supercut came out in 2020. But this one was like the deluxe version of what Kenny had already done, and I figured it deserves a placement on my top 10 because it was a really good album that I enjoyed, and K Mason, man, is just, he's fire, bro. I think he's very fire. He's like, he gives you like 2 different vibes. I get JD, somewhat a little bit of JD because, I don't know, maybe because they're from ATL. I can see Kid Cudi. There's moments where he shines Lil Wayne in some retrospect. But this dude, wordplay, his flow patterns, his rhyme schemes are incredible. And I hope that next year he takes it to a whole, next year as in 2022, this year, to a whole nother level. All right, sorry, stop acknowledging it. To a whole nother level with this album or another album that's going to be different from Angelic Hood Rat. So, yep, released on April 16th, 2021. Let's get to it. Let's play Pup.
Wanna ride with a nigga from the 3-3. Wanna ride with a. Wanna ride
out the chain. I put the dog on my chain. I put the Glock in my name. I put some wop in the safes. My bitch, she said she ain't fuck. My bitch, said she ain't fuck. My nigga is straight fuck. You did respect, then it's up. Never lay pup. Never quit, never lay up. Pedal the metal, I'm better than one of them metal. My trailer just struck. Man with it, double the hell, and with head on that hill, with hands on my truck. Hell in the front of the rush. Send a few shells in the bush. 40 got kick. 40 got kick. 40 got kick. Yeah, bitch, 40 got kick, bruh. 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 40 got kick. 40 got kick. 40 got kick. Yeah, bitch, 40 got kick, bruh. Bitch, 40 got kick, bruh. Bitch, 40 got kick, bruh. Bitch, 40 got kick, bruh.
So I could have easily have played you guys 43 which I did reaction to. I could have played A+ with him and Dizzle Curry. You know what I mean? Much money with Freddie Gibbs, or For Show, or even Play Ball. You know what I'm saying? Some of my favorite records off of this album, Enjoy Hood Rat, because man, it was tough. It was tough. I was thinking about this album for the longest time to build my top 10 because it just was that dope of a listen. And if Pub didn't give you a reminder of how good this guy is, check out his other songs off this album. I highly recommend it. But the reason why I was number 9 is because there are very too many good albums that I think may have outweighed this album a little bit. However, I will say that King Mason is still building his name. And I hope that at some point in time, his notoriety shines further this year in 2022, to which when we do hear another album, everybody will know the name King Mason. So that's my reason. All right, let's see. At number 8, we have Moneybagg Yo's Against This Pain. Surprise, surprise, surprise. But hey, we're going to go right here and go for it. So to commemorate with why I like this album so much, we're going to play Time Today. Not the music video, sorry. This song.
I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Fuck it, I'm crossing the line today. The hate be so real, the love be fake. Be bumping they gums and bumping my tape. Don't go against me, they ask for my help. Go get out your feelings and get it yourself. Might got the same shoes, but you ain't gon' step. That shit that you just put out, you could've kept. Yup, she got a nigga, he got a shirt. Why? You can't compete when you can't compare. She ate the dick through my underwear. Got up and got herself out of there. I see they put me on memes and things. Don't speak on my life without knowing the real. 8 figures a year, what it cost me to live. Don't hold it, just say what you feel. But watch your mouth before I fly at your bitch. To a place that she didn't know exist. Mediterranean water my wrist. Keeping on piss how I'm talking my shit. 6-figure check for a show, man, I'm lit. Let's celebrate now, my bag legit. These niggas with me with whatever I'm with. Didn't know who did it, got it by the hit. Bitch, I don't like niggas, I don't like bitches, I don't like nobody. We can get gangster, we can keep it cordial. How you wanna go back? How you wanna do it? I don't backtrack, man, fuck that. I don't miss nobody. I don't miss nothing. Left it on scene, I ain't right back. I don't trust nobody. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Fuck it, I'm crossing the line today. These bitches are crying, be lying in your face. Slicker than us, gotta know how they play. If the money wasn't straight, you wouldn't be here today. Ain't that man, sure know what to say. You ain't me, so it's hard to relate. But how much cash I fuck off every day? Big bag. Don't play with me, baby, go play with your pussy. You see them in person, these niggas be shookin'. $100, it cost you a Quavo to book me. I'm worth it, the proof in the pudding. Surrounded by bitches. I'm looking like William, but they ain't my girlfriends. Bro, I'ma spin on your block back to back when they finish. It look like the world end. I ain't asked for it, they did it to me. Niggas exposing their hands for free. Get caught in the middle, that's bullseye. You You got hit, but we were targeting heat. Popping my shit with a capital P. SRT, red eye, red key. Might be ugly, but my bitch precious. She ain't even sneeze, but still I bless her. I don't like niggas, I don't like bitches, I don't like nobody. We can get gangster, we can keep it cordial. How you wanna go back? How you wanna do it? I don't backtrack, man. Fuck that. I don't miss nobody. I don't miss nothing. Left it on scene. I ain't right back. I don't trust nobody. I just looked at my wrist. I got time today.
So yeah, man. Time Today by Moneybagg Yo off of the album Against This Pain. Could have easily been up there around the 5th ranking of my album. Really could have been easily. And alongside, he put out a deluxe version to go ahead and cap it off. Made it even more harder. But I will say, it was one of my favorite albums of 2021. And, with songs like, the storytelling on Waukesha, talking about lean. I don't condone drugs, but, it was slick. Shatta is one of my favorites. I do enjoy If Pain Was a Person. Of course, Time Today. You gotta listen to Projects, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Neptunes. Pharrell. One of them nice, he did a fine collaboration with Jhené Aiko, FR, you know what I mean? Lisa Ain't Lie. And the title track. So overall, this album was just as good, if not, making a case for the best album of the year. But I think Moneybagg Yo is very, very close. He'll get there around some time. I think the one thing that I'd like to see him improve is sometimes with putting this amount of songs, kind of shorten the length with just a little tidbit to where it'll be easy for me to digest within my ears, because there's so much rapping, there's so much that I can take in. But then again, it doesn't really matter. It's just wanting me to see him continue to grow. That's all there is. There is. That's all there is. Why I say that. All right, so that is number 8. All right, at number 7 we have, hold on. Let's see. Booms is tough. This is really tough. All right, this time won't be something to do with months, because notice how I did with months that last time, but this time I'm just gonna try to bet my best and not be so gung-ho about it. All right, let's see. Let's go with, ready for it, number 7. Nas, King's Disease 2. Released on August 6th of 2021. Dope album. Like I said, one of my favorites. How I mentioned about Moneybagg Yo. This is also one of my favorites as well. That could have easily been close to being up there, somewhere close towards number 1. I'll say probably about 3 or 2. But this is my ranking for it. It will be at number 7. And let me play y'all a song to give y'all a taste of what was on that album if you have not heard it yet. And if you have, well, let's recap. We're going to play 40 Side.
OG Talk, Project Halls, 40 Side, where niggas seen it all. I can send niggas a slide, I'd rather show them the ropes. Integrity matters the most. I get a hood hope. Damn, I get a hood classics, something to open your mind instead of going out crashing. How was you real when you hate the real, my nigga? I'm simply asking. Can't just talk about the plan, you gotta put it in there. No pity party for yourself, you gotta get up, rise for your wealth. Can't spend all that time of your feelings trying to sympathize with yourself. Don't nobody owe you, ain't nobody holding you back. You stuck in illusions, attached to something that ain't even that. South Beach, Nassau, Amalfi, Maldives, same beach. Unless you are after something most men just can't see. Shorty off the block, shorty off the runway, same free. We all got the access to open doors like we share the same key. OG Talk.
A lot of things go down like incarceration, crime, drugs, violence. Out of all of this, you gotta look for the positive.
OG Talk. OG Talk. OG Talk. Talk, Project Halls, 40 side where niggas seen it all. I can send niggas a slide. I'd rather show them the ropes. Integrity matters the most. I get a hood hope. Damn, niggas really got it jumping. They finally gave Nas a Grammy just for me to go. That wasn't the goal. First clip was a warning shot, nigga. We spinning back up the road. Through the barrows, pull up a rose, empty the spitcher, reload. You been in it this long, it's gon' look like it's magic. Only Allen that my niggas knew was right, cause it's statin'. You get your first V12, tap the pedal and stab it. Get your first 10 milli, watch that shit like a habit. OG talk, shout out 41st side, Jackson Heights, Flushing Elmhurst side. Keep your blicky, you know how the streets work.
Yeah, man. Nas did his thing on 40 side, man, on that beat in particular. One of the biggest criticisms Nas gets all the time is that as great as a rapper as he is, he has always been slighted by having what some could say may be the worst beats ever that he actually raps on. I don't think it's the worst beats ever. I don't want to go that far to say. But some people have always took, criticism to the fact that, yeah, but he don't be doing this, Jay-Z be doing that, whatever. So there's always been some sort of competition in there. Nasir with Kanye, everybody, some people enjoyed it. Some people were like, Kanye messed him up. I don't feel like Kanye messed him up, but at the same time, it didn't do Nas well and certain people in offering again. Not to mention there was criticism being met with Nas's Lost Tapes Part 2. But ever since the first King's Disease came out in 2020, okay? People have been changing their opinions about Nas this time, around with Hit Boy. Hit Boy has been lacing him up very, very well with songs that he did for King's Disease. And King's Disease 2, some could argue, sounded a whole lot better than the first one. It's debatable. But I'm not going to go there. I just want to acknowledge that this album is at my number 7, only because as good as it was, and I could probably see this, it did get nominated for a Grammy this year, so we'll stay tuned for watching the Grammys, not on my video, but anyways, I don't know, man. I honestly really don't know why I put this on 7, but I think as time will tell, this was a good album at some moment in time. Didn't have sometimes the best features, in my personal opinion. Also, I don't think it really was that good to really put nearly at number 1. But I feel as though with King's Disease Part 3 that's coming out, has already been teased with Hit Boy after listening to Magic, which could have been on here too, as far as an honorable mention, did his thing. And so hopefully with the next one, we get an even more stronger effort being put forth with King's Disease Part 3. So let's hope for the best for Nas and not bring him down because he's a legend at the end of the day. All right, let's see. At number 6, Isaiah Rashad, The House is Burning. Tennessee rapper from TDE, you know what I mean? Sunside Ray was a great body of work, only because it expressed the substance that I look for in artists to really get me to know who they are and coming up, in their realms of their early careers, right? But after 6 years, having to wait for another album by Isaiah, was it worth the wait? Well, we'll talk about that question that I just asked in a minute. Right now, I want to play a record from the album that I thoroughly enjoyed. And let's see, which one should I play? To give y'all a taste as to how you can also enjoy this album. Let's play, Yep, let's play one of my favorite records off this album. Let's do that. From the Garden. Featuring Lil Uzi.
out bustin', came out puffin', came out fucking on your cousin. I do all these fluses, worse than they daddy, but you love her, you in trouble. I'm the Sunny, I'm gon' barbecue it, something that's your busy, it ain't shit. I went shopping, left it running, check my hundreds, check my onion. We watch cable and my auntie, cause my papa wasn't trapping, but my uncle the certain Mr. Magic, Billy Bashing, Mr. Magic, Billy Bashing. Miss me with that local hating on the nigga, get it cracking. I'm not surprised, I'm on the rise, been a little ride, that is my eyes, spam it a lot, just hold it down. All I require, just hold it down. They gon' shit talking when we on around. Nigga be hating with feet on the ground. Got the little jet with the beat on the couch, nut on the Gucci and beat on the mouth. Came out buzzin', 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 came out buzzin'.
Wait, Chanel on my feet, yeah, that's for all my C's. I be fucking with the bees like Muhammad Ali. Dip her uppercut this thing. Got your bitch on the edge of her seat. She on that ecstasy, I'm on the beam. Swear the ecstasy, edge of my V. And usually, I like repetitive beats. I like the way that she move on my meat. All of these bitches, they look good to me. But I fuck the same girl cause I don't even cheat. That is a lie, repetitive freak. I don't even look, no, I don't even seek. I don't even peek. G5, repetitive G. I'm trying to get out of motherfucking cheese. Bitch, I'm a boss, I'm wherever it be. I've been on tour, I see more. I told them motherfuckers feed me beats. Just like my music, yo bitch, she gon' lick.
Came out buzzin', 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 came out buzzin'. I'm road running, I'm so cunning. High tech digi, fat for a button, passport shouted, airport pilot, NASCAR audit.
Yep, so Isaiah Rashad's The House is Burning. One of the biggest things about Isaiah Rashad that I think most people will appeal to is the fact that this man knows how to create a vibe for everything. He knows how to make art, you know what I mean? In a sense that when you are listening to Isaiah, you pick up a lot of different emotions, feelings. Hey, back there, please. And I think he put out such noteworthy tracks off this album that could easily make a standout cut for being some of the best songs this year, right? From the Garden, because I love his energy with Uzi. And I love the energy with him over the hook. You know what I mean? It's just a different record. I think it's probably by far the hardest song off this album in terms of just having more oomph. Everything else was slighted by being more chill and jazzy and at times very samey. But they didn't do bad. They didn't do bad whatsoever. I love the features, you know, from J-Rock coming out with one of the most underrated verses to SZA's, you know, hook that, you know, blessed me. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe that was okay, she had a verse. I love her verse, right? And Black, from the, you know, the bop you get on Chad. To the introspectiveness you get on Headshots or R.I.P. Young or songs like Don't Shoot, THIB, and HB2U as well. So, yeah, Isaiah Reed, you know, did a very good offering with this album. It just wasn't as good as his first album. However, I do think that in time this will go down as a classic for Isaiah. And that is why it's placed at number, what have I said first? What was 7? Okay, number 6. This is number 6. Thank you. Thank you, God. Okay, so let's go for the next 5. Alrighty. We are at 5 albums to go ahead and look forward. Alright, here we go. This is tough. This is real tough. Alright. At number 5. We have JPEG Mafia's LP released on October 22nd. I did enjoy this album, man. This album was dope. You know what I mean? It is JPEG Mafia's 4th album. He came out with his EP that I heard earlier this year that I thought was super weird. And if this couldn't get more weirder, it got more weirder. Put it like that. In terms of production, because this man is crazy. But I will say, let's play off this song that I did enjoy from the album. Oops. Called End Credits. Here we go.
your door open, says, out of the car, I'm taking your car. You say, okay, take it. Just don't hurt me. You know what I do? I pull out the Glock, put it on his forehead, and spill his brains all over the concrete.
Bitch, I write a scene on your life, and I only rap out of spite. Lost is a theme of my life, after the steam and the hype. Dog. This is my career, not a dice. Never take L's to a life. Bitch, I am impervious to type. So jump fucking in advice. New block, leave it up to Christ. Fit for a joke and need a Harley. Don Callis never been a carny. And you know we showing up a doggy. Me and Tino fucking back tonight. You and Tino, we gon' tell the fight. New block, leave it up to Christ. Why would I show you my hand? I put on a show on demand. I was on the show, who a fan? These boys never made a profit. You ain't doing shit, nigga, stop it. I tell y'all nigga, but it's gas. Grown man comes side trash. Long block, go find bag. 2 blocks tucked in a bag. New switch, they gon' get attacked. And they say we never gonna last. Death loop, you ain't coming right. Them tweets cost you a life. You ain't had a hand in the hype. Nah, man.
One of hip hop's most controversial / eccentric artists to date. That's how I think I view him so far. Because he really pushes the envelope in terms of how he views things to be presented. This man put like just weird instruments and played them like songs. But I will say, from giving it from top to bottom. Listen, JPEG, you deserve it. You deserve the praise that you get and the acclaim that's being met with your fans, your core fans. I'm not talking about me just being a fan. I'm talking about the core fans because they can understand where you're coming from. So, you got songs like, Trust, I like Dirty, End Credits, What Kind of Rapping Is This? Rebound featuring Dat Piff Mafia. You got the kissy face emoji, Nice. Then you got the Ball remix featuring him and Denzel Curry. And man, Denzel Curry's verse. Give it a listen. Give this album a listen. The reason this is at number 5 is because it could be very close of reaching towards 4 or 3 for me. That's how good this album was. But I think what JPath struggles with is sometimes do I want to give this album a replay value or do I enjoy the songs enough for me to say, From a taste standpoint of how I am with my ears, it's a bit up in the air for me at times. I will say that. So there is some criticism being made with JPEG in that regard. However, good album, solid effort, and I hope he's better to get out his deal with EQT. Okay, and is going to do some things for himself. Not to mention, happy belated birthday because this came out on his birthday. You know what I'm saying? LP did. So yeah, man. Let's get to. We got about. Let me see. Take off the ones that I already done so far, so I won't confuse myself again. Take out this. Take out that. Okay. So that was number 5. All right, here we go. Okay, all right. Here is my number 4 for top 10 albums of the year 2021. Where is it? Where'd you go? Shh. Quiet, Azzy. Okay, here we go. All right, drum roll. Grip, I Die For This. From after listening to Snub Nose. You know what I'm saying? Snub Nose in 2019. could easily been an honorable mention for me before I even did YouTube until the following year. All right, okay. For the record, I love that record. But Grip, man, when you talk about a heavy spitter coming out of ATL, man, he don't miss. Like I said, him, JID, and K Mason are my top 3 rap ATLians. Okay, that's how I dubbed them. I dubbed them. All right, I give them that nickname. They are ATLians. From this man's progression to him receiving his debut album, well, putting out his debut album on August 27th this year. 2021. Okay, that'll be the last time. I promise you guys I won't mess up the time or y'all be like, oh, start the video over because he's messing up. No, August 27th. All right, 2021. We are in 2022 now, okay? Yeah. So, yep. We are going to play this record off this album that I like. From the album I Die For This. Debut cut. Title track, IDFT. Show you where he's coming from.
Look, yeah, look, I done waited my whole life for this. Thumper on the seat, if he reach, he gon' die for this. No time for no sucker shit, got too much on my bucket list. Prezi on my left, might do AP on my other wrist. Yeah, I just shed blood for this. Lost people I love for this. Stood in front of the judge for this. Jumped on the porch for this. Get it up in the torch for this. Heard the shotty pump for this. I done seen niggas slump for this. When you slept on the floor with no comforter, how could you know what comfort is? Money boosting my confidence. Over that in the function list. When I pull up the function, I need them hoes heads to turn. I got bread to burn. If niggas is jealous, I'm getting it. Tell them I'm generous. Far as leg concerned, yeah. I done waited my whole life for this. Thumper on the seat, if he reach, he gon' die for this. No time for no sucker shit, got too much on my bucket list. Prezi on my left, might do AP on my other wrist. Brand new bag, got me flexing on purpose. I don't know the price, I don't even check, I just purchase. Yeah, doing the most, cause we always had the least. Pour out some liquor for niggas who ain't make it past the east. When we had Caprice, was smoking and writing the masterpiece. Trying to make the cash increase while dodging bullets you could pass police. Was never an athlete, was either juggling or was smashing cheeks. Who would've thought the bastard to get a master's a masterpiece? Yeah, cause I done waited my whole life for this. See my mama cry for this, and many a nigga die for this, and plenty of women lie for this. That's why I just can't trust a bitch. I know she wanna cuff my wrist, but fuck, I just might bust down my left wrist. Put my grams on tennis necklace, 15 pointers, that's my preference. Cross little baby off my checklist. Ooh, you bought her a Lexus, we did Waffle House for breakfast. Drop her off and then I ghosted. You take pics with her and post it. Gripper, the flow is golded. These niggas shit just ain't as potent.
Yeah, man, y'all. I hope you guys are ready. If you have not heard that album yet, give it a listen, bro. And you get records like that. I'm telling you, bro. Just, man, 18 million, bro. A monster. He is a monster of the flow. You know what I'm saying? So, Grip, man, came very close, man. He put out one of my favorite hip-hop albums. I'm talking about rapping. Like, Russ did rapping too. It's been a lot of artists that's been doing spitting, but it's a certain way you have to go about it. There was a great storytelling off this album too, and for Eminem to sign him to Slim Shady Records, man, M got a good ear for talent because Grip is on his way, and I hope that eventually we get another album down the line for 2022 that'll make a stronger case to get to either number 2 for this year or number 1. We'll have to see. But yeah, so that was Grip's I Die For This. At number 3, drum roll, please. Kanye West, Donda. All right. So I enjoyed Donda. I really did, man. You guys, I really. This album is very interesting because a lot of people came into this album worried about the way he came, with the rollout, and some people were just mixed about it all the way throughout. That just didn't make any complete sense for what it was worth. However, Kanye knows how to make certain things work just by the best way he can, put records out. However, I have to say, from an album standpoint, or albums therefore, this got nominated for a Grammy, well deserved. And I'm going to play you a record that some could be a little missed about, but I'm sure everyone can take a listen and enjoy it thus far. We are going to play Jail, featuring Jay-Z.
Take where you are. Take everything. Take what you want. Take what you want. Better that I change my number so you can explain.
So album has
Balance in the night.
It grew
Balance in the night.
like a tree branch.
Price. Do you have any pride? Well, that one time, I'll be honest. We all liars. Let it go. I'll be honest. We all liars. I'll be honest. We all liars. I'm pulled over and I got priors. Guess we going down. Guess who's going to jail? Guess who's going to jail tonight? Guess who's going to jail tonight? Guess who's going to jail tonight? Gotta go post my bell tonight. Don't you curse at me on text. Why you try to hit the flex? I hold up like what? I scroll up like next. Guess who's getting next? Like next. Guess who's getting next? You made a choice that's your bad. Single life ain't so bad, but we ain't finna go there. Something's off, I'll tell you why. Guess who's going to jail tonight? With a great plan to say yeah. I could scream and shout, let it go. I'll be honest, we all liars. I'll be honest, we all liars. I'm pulled.
That was 2 minutes already passed. You know what I'm saying? Except for Kanye. I'm sorry, Kanye, made you go that long. But yeah, so you know, this isn't my. It's one of my favorites, but it's not my most favorite. I think one of my most favorite records is Jesus Lord. You know what I'm saying? I think the best rap track off this album to me is a toss up between Off the Grid and Keep My Spirit Alive with Conway and Westside Gunn. And then you also got to mention, that's why I said Jesus Lord too, because, you know, Jay Electronica, man, his verse was crazy. Pure Souls with Roddy Ricch, man, just some good records on here. And then the Lust version had Andre 3 Stacks, you know what I'm saying? Even though, in spite of their beef, Drake teased it just a little bit, you know. We had no reason why he did that, but we had reasons because, you know, it was just being petty. The king of being petty as far as games. And Kanye did some things that were also petty, but we still enjoy them for what they offer in regards to their albums. Drake didn't make this cut this year because I didn't think Drake's album was that strong or stronger or even better than Kanye's Donda. And some can argue with that, some cannot. But hey, it is what it is. So Jail's a record that I'm sure if y'all listen to it with Jay-Z's verse, you enjoy it. So yeah, we are finally reaching towards the last two off of this album take of obviously the year of 2021. I was say 2022. He haven't been past it yet. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and play. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Whew. Forgive me, you guys, for stuttering, messing up. I don't ever do my album reviews or reactions or anything else I do on my channel perfect. And sometimes I'm critical of myself. Maybe I need to stop highlighting all that because it makes me look bad in front of you guys and y'all eyes. So I thoroughly apologize. Could have done this, over, but I'm kind of rushing because I'm trying to get into 2022, and maybe later this year I'll do a whole lot better with my timing and my words and being patient, saying things. But still gonna get some crazy energy off me. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun this year. Believe me. So yeah. At number 2. Tyler, the Creator, Call Me If You Get Lost. Now. I was going to put this as number 1 for the record. I was going to put this as number 1, very close. Came out on June 25th in 2021. And I said to myself, man, this album just did it all. From you having a guest appearance with DJ Drama, you know, throughout the album, just talking his stuff. From the features of 4-2 Doug, shout out to Big Sean, doing Lemonhead and how his rapping got crazy over that. What's Your Name was a, romantic type of rap track, you know what I'm saying, with Youngboy showing his range as his vocals got better. And Ty Dolla $ign, always on features. But then you got songs with Lil Wayne, but Wayne's still showing people that he can still rap. Even though he's probably past his, his prime and his ass peak, Wayne can still go with the best of them, right? So, then you just got some interesting features from artists that I've never heard of, like Tizo Touchdown and Domo Genesis. Brent Faiyaz is on Sweet. I thought you wanted to dance. I thought you wanted to dance with Fan of Hughes? Yeah. And then Juggernaut, which by far has, I would say the most unique production I have ever heard. And it's coming from Pharrell. So, let's play this record that I enjoy off the album by Tyler. Okay.
You see, on this here stage tonight, something legendary. It goes by the name of the Creator.
It's called Corso.
You call him Tyler Bowler.
Look, I be talking that fresh shit, I don't need gum. Cookie crumbs in the rolls, never no weed crumbs. He ain't talked to his bitch in 3 days, it ain't gotta be this way. I'm down for the threesome. I might buy a boat. Depends if Capri got space, don't really need one. I could go in the winter time, baby, I bleed sun. Find another nigga like me, cause I ain't seen none. Pull up in that, whatchamacallit. Played a couple demos at Madison Square Garden. And tell them motherfuckers that Sony I'm not calling. I'm plotting on a Billy Chili in my garden. Yo.
Alright, I admit it. We just been playing with you niggas, man. I think you need to load that second clip.
French waltz, she said she like the Royce, and I'm like, which one? I got 2, hun. Look. Catch me in my other crib, that's my AKA. Hurricane, proof all the view, shit like hey, baby. The funny hat, ass got passport, got tattoo, slim nigga, big dick with a fucking gap tooth, the way he been. Call me Mr. Always on shit you never seen. In that mansion, living single, bitch, I'm Maxine. Niggas in your standing shouldn't talk. Give a fuck about your thoughts. Call me if you get lost, bitch.
Okay, now you understand what we came here to do, right? Oh yeah, me, I go to the name of DJ Drama. And on my side, that's Tyler Bowler, aka Buddy Hop, aka the Creator. Call me if you get lost, suckers. We didn't come to play with you niggas.
Look, tried to take somebody bitch cause I'm a bad person. I don't regret shit because that worth it. In the end, she picked him. I hope when they fuck in, she still thinking of me cause I'm that perfect. I'ma get that deep text when it's first surface. Better send it to my ego cause that shit hurting. Hope y'all shit working. I'm a psycho high, don't give a fuck. You left my heart twerking, moving, losing, grip on my doings.
There you go. Okay. So that was at the 2-minute mark right there. So yeah, that's some of the things you can expect from Tyler, when it comes down to it. Whether it's just his unusual way of rapping, his eccentric persona, his questions about, how he views his sexuality or whatever he goes about to address on the album. You get all of that in a lot of different topics that make your head spin, just the way he addresses them. He also talks about racism over this album as well, and what he grew up going through, alongside his mama, having his mama, I think his mama had his back, yeah. she will fight for her child. You know what I'm saying? And he addresses that on the album, which is crazy. But that's what he had to go through, and yeah, man, he really did this thing on the album that I thoroughly enjoy. So yeah, that is Call Me If You Get Lost. And then I have saved the best for last. No, you guys, not because I'm biased, because I have my reasons. So, with that being said, at number 1, J. Cole, The All Season, is my number 1 album of 2021. Okay? Not because he's my favorite rapper, okay? It's not about being biased that he's my favorite rapper in this regard. It's the fact that J. Cole provided you guys with a hybrid of everything that y'all say y'all have always wanted. His production skills are not good, so how can he up the ante? Well, listen to Amari. Listen to My Life. Listen to Punching the Clock or Interlude or The Climb Back, and you'll get that, right? Oh, but he don't know how to really spit bars. He has memorable quotables throughout the whole entire albums. Like, I put an M on your head, you Luigi Birds now. You see what I'm saying? Or if you talk about, like, on Amari, like, he said this bar about Mobb Deep, you know what I'm saying, that was with the pose. It's just crazy. And then he said, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And it's just the way his flow switched and how he was able to show off his progression for where he's at now. And it's also a reference to the off season, which, you know, people tend to have when you're an NBA player. Basketballs take a break from the regular season when they have to, you know, improve and hone their skills in the game. And I think J. Cole realized that he needed some more self-improvement to, you know, channel his, I guess you can say, his love for the game of hip-hop, but also give into response for those that say he don't know how to do this and get there. I think it was a step into the right direction where J. Cole can go for from now on. But then again, we have to wait for It's a Boy and The Fall Off. Still coming soon. However, if you want to go about the songs that I thoroughly enjoyed as to reasons why this album is my number 1, listen to this record. J. Cole, Close.
Yeah. Close. Veilmatic. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Listen. Close, I stare at my dreams as they approach. Gotta be patient and trust in God, he the coach. Temptations are taking a shortcut, but I don't. Cause I ain't trying to be a almost. When I get it, I'm afloat. Gone are the days we was close. Now when I see you, I look at you just like a ghost. A shell of your former self, so caught up with that dope. 2 niggas singing 2 different notes, and you know I got a coast. Nothing but a dollar and some hope. Up and wide, but damn, what hurts me the most? You was a good nigga, we knew each other's folks. Now you gotta ride around with the toast, and you keep that shit close. Cause niggas plotting on you since you chose to roll around with the candy paint on spokes. You know field niggas don't like it when you boast. You know 12 be taking notes and they watching you close. But maybe you don't see him cause the smoke clouding your vision from every cigar that you toke. Plus the lean you sipping, which started as a joke, got you now fiending for your next dose. Meanwhile I'm so close, don't even give a fuck that I'm broke. Cause in my mind I'm rich with shit I done wrote. Therefore I'm convinced that this is supposed to happen, and in time I'ma blow, they gon' label me the GOAT. How long has it been since we spoke? Last night I jumped up from my sleep, I was soaked. Call it a nightmare, the scene that awoke me involved you and niggas I ain't know they was creeping up close. I saw the heat tucked in they coats. You didn't notice cause you was busy counting dough. I tried to yell but nothing came out of my throat. Niggas cocked back the hammers and you froze. In your eyes I saw hope. Hope of a better way to cope with the pain and the scars than the lean and the coat. And I swear in that moment I wish we were still close. Maybe I could've saved you but no, trigger squeeze, gun smoke. I opened up my eyes with a joke. Heart pump.
Yeah, man. So also the LP refers to, you know, if you listen to 95 South, talks about like, you know, J. Cole's, for where he came from. You know, talks about his 2 homes being, you know, Fayetteville where he was born. And then you talk about Queens, New York, you know what I'm saying? Like him ending it off on Hunger on Hillside which I believe refers to Hillside Avenue, street in Queens. And it parallels about traveling south, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting because everything that made this album so good to where I can call it great now is because I've seen J. Cole's progression for so long, this being his sixth album to date. And, you know, everybody was critical of For Your Eyes Only. And then there was, I won't say everybody, but some people were critical of For Your Eyes Only. And then they were critical of KOD. But I don't think people were truly getting it. I get it because I know how to listen. I'm not saying people don't. But I'm talking about taking it to where it hits the soul for me enough that I fully understand why people can also agree to disagree with me over my take as him being number one. And some can disagree to agree over why he's my take for being number one. All the while, it's not because of bias. It's because of great songs, great quotables, great memories that came through this album. This rollout was very impressive. Starting with documentary. Then you had that freestyle he did for LA Leaguers. All the while, we had to wait about a week after he had put out Interlude, and everyone was like, oh, is he going to do that J. Cole generic stuff? I mean, was it cool? Was it all right? And then it was super well received. Like, everybody enjoyed it, and were like, okay, if we can get something like that on the album, we can. Even when some people were just like saying like songs like, you know, Amari was all right, but Amari had a bop. Some people can probably, you know, argue that Applying Pressure's beat is just one-dimensional, but with J. Cole getting his stuff off, you gotta respect that. Punching the Clock gave you like that MF Doom, like instrumental type beat, and it's produced by, you know, what, Mario Luciano, I think? Yeah, Mario Luciano and Tay Beast, who produced for Kendrick, did his thing on the album. You know what I mean? Like, J. Cole he murdered it. 100 Mil was one of my least favorite tracks, but as time went on, I can see why it appeals to everybody else, and it has became a good ear for me to listen to now. However, you know, well, not however, scratch that. But Price Devil with Lil Baby, surprising features all in all. Like 21 Savage once again, after what they did for A Lot, My Life, and Moray's Hook. Not to mention the dude comes from Fayetteville, the same, you know, city that J. Cole's from, and J. Cole put him on. Didn't have to, but he did. So salute to Cole for that. And that's why J. Cole's The Off-Season overall in general is getting my number one for top 10 hip-hop albums of the year 2021. Tell me if you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you are, you know, if y'all want me to improve on some things. I'm all for, you know, takes that I can do better on my channel. I'm not looking to be one of those ones where I don't like having to take criticism. I love it. But keep it nice. Keep it to where I can improve and be better. And I'll respect you guys' opinions at the end of the day. So, much love to you guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this. This was my top 10. Next time, I'll make sure it's shorter so it won't be an hour, 2 hours long, or even 40, 50 plus minutes. I'll try my best to do it in a way where you won't have to hear me talk so much. Because I'm sure y'all be like, oh, he talks way too much. Shut up. Hopefully that's not the case. But like, comment, subscribe, and views. Put your minds out there. The link. There's no links. This was my top 10 hip-hop albums of the year 2021. Like, comment, subscribe. All that. I don't know. Let me know if you like it. Okay? I appreciate y'all honesty. King Life, we are out.